Wait 1 second here. There we go. All right. Good morning, everyone. Love it. Look at this room. It's amazing. We got some killers in this room, killer drummers. And it's great to see everyone. I got a few in line with, I actually got one in line with what we were talking about last week or on Monday. Unison notes versus flam notes. Still waking up here. Those of you guys streaming with us live on Facebook or Twitch or YouTube, good morning, welcome. And thanks for joining. If you guys want to join Chops and Coffee, just use the link in the description or go to drumbrigade.com. I don't think there's a link in this description, but go to drumbrigade.com, hit the Chops and Coffee thing, and that'll get you to where it sends me a note that says, I want to join, and then I'll send you the link so you can be in this amazing room with these amazing drummers. So to start, let's just, before we start getting intricate with our hands, let's just start with our basic one that we do all the time. 8 and 8 equals 16, but we'll do triplets. So 8th note triplets on right, 8th note triplets on left, 16th note triplets for a measure each. And we're trying to not accent. We're trying to not do the right. We're trying to just keep it all even. And then 16th note triplet. And again, not trying to go, just trying to play straight notes. All right, so let's give that a shot. I don't have sheet music for that, but I think we all get the idea. Let me get my thing here. Timer. Metronome. Let's start at 80. Does that sound? Let's see. How will that work? Yeah, that's a good starting tempo. If triplets are a little too fast for you, then you can do, of course, 8th notes and 16th notes. All right, so let's go. 8 and 8 equals 16. 8 and 8 triplet version. That's not what I want. Okay, and I'm gonna mute everyone so we don't get confused here. There we go. All right, here we go. I said, 1, 2, ready, go. Left, triplet. Nice full strokes. Almost there. Last one. Hey. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's jump up quite a bit. All right, here we go. Ready? 1, 2, ready. Ooh. Halfway. Last one. All right, cool. Not too fast. I love it. Let me get my coffee here. Oh, that's good coffee. Holy moly. All right. 1, 2, ready, go. Couple more. One more after this. Last one. All right, cool. I think we got one more in us.
What tempo is that?
That's 120. Here's 140.
Ooh.
Oh man, let's try it.
140 is for the big boys, man.
Let's see. All right, here we go. 1, 2. Yeah. Woo. Oh my gosh. Nah, it's not happening for me. Last one. God.
Whew, fake my way through that one.
Yeah, me too. That one, so probably 130, 135, I would be like able to keep it stable.
Okay, I got one for you.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so we're doing it all starting with the right hand, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so when you do both hands, end it with a paradiddle to switch to the left hand. That way you get both going. You get starting with your left and your right instead of just staying on your right.
You can also go, let's see. I think that, but we're playing triplets though. So
yeah, you just add it.
Yeah, double paradiddle probably.
You just add a double.
Oh, there you go. Okay, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
Just add a double on the end of it, and it switches you to your left hand, so you get both going.
Okay, yeah. Oh my gosh, the way that I always think about it is adding. So we've been doing right, then left.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so doing a single stroke 16th note triplet at the end, but then the last three do a triple stroke.
Oh, with one hand. Okay, that's one way of doing it.
something like that. But it's hard to think about.
And then play samba underneath that.
Oh, my buddy Phil had another ostinato doing like an over the bar line type of thing, like on your
Yep.
as an ostinato,
Mhm.
and then doing like normal non over the bar line, you know, on your hand.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
That's fun
hard.
stuff.
I haven't brought that to the table yet, but that's
And then you have to beatbox in fivelets on top of that.
Yeah, I couldn't hack the 140, so I ended up doing quintuplets, which is easier and harder at the same time.
See, now we get everybody's brain working now.
oh man. All right, so let's go. Let's jump on
You
this.
need a cupcake for that one.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, it adds another challenge. It being, you know, early in the morning for us West Coast guys. It adds another challenge to do this stuff in the morning. You know. All right, so let me get this. Okay, so we're gonna skip that one. We're gonna go to double beat, but we're gonna switch this up a little bit. So, instead of going all the way through and then repeating with the opposing hand lead, let's do this in unison, playing both hands in unison without flamming. Okay, all the way down. So the guys that can't read this, it's just then it doubles that. So this is a weird one because it repeats. Oh yeah, it repeats that. So we don't need to repeat this if we're doing this in unison. So we'll just go straight down to the next line, which is those cheesy bread, sausage. Then it doubles that. So we're gonna do those that whole thing in unison. Okay. Trying our best to not flam at all. Then when we repeat, we're gonna try to flam with like it's written, like so right hand lead. So then left, then right. Then we can repeat this first line here with the left hand lead, you know. And then continuing down, then doing then left, then right. Okay. So first in unison. All right. Everybody know what we're doing? Everybody get it? This is going to be harder than it looks. We don't have to do it super fast to start, but man, this is such an interesting subject to play unison notes without flamming. Even that's flamming a little bit versus a real flam. And then, you know, two separate notes, flam, unison. Very cool. All right, let's do it. Double beat. First, we're starting in unison. It's too fast. So, okay. That's a pretty good tempo to start us. If that's too fast for anybody, we can slow it down. Just let me know. Liam, what's up? Good morning. I think Liam's in here. Let me see. Hi. We're doing this one, number 3. So you'll have to listen to the rhythm, okay? It's da 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 da. All right. There we go. We don't need a timer. Unison together. Here we go. Ready, go. Cheesy breads. Now we're flamming. Left. left, cheesy reds, left, ah, all right, how'd everybody do? I suppose we could do the repeat here on this one if we're doing it in unison. I skipped the repeat just because we already did both of our hands, but maybe next time we do it, we can do it repeating with the repeat as written, but not the sticking, of course. Very cool. Let's go again. Done. Just gonna go a little bit faster, not like crazy. Well, let's go. There we go. All right, let's try this. Okay, so now this first line we will do a repeat on. Okay, so just repeat it twice, but it's the first time around we're just going to do the unison parts twice and then go down to here. And then when we go back to the flams, we'll repeat it with opposing, you know, the leading hand. All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, go. Repeat. Repeat. Flams. That is a workout. My goodness. That is indeed a workout. How's everyone feeling with that? Which one's harder for you guys? For some reason, the flams are harder.
For me, it's the second one. Yeah.
The 3 in a row.
It's the second one with flams. Yeah, exactly. Trat, 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 trat.
Yeah, that one's hard.
I can't tell if I'm like just making mistakes or if I'm getting it right and it just feels off.
Right. Yeah, it's really a weird, unique feeling for this, playing that, like all those notes so close together and intricately like that, you know?
I'm also finding I'm hitting harder than I need to for some reason. Like,
Oh,
I need to just show out of the dynamic.
yeah, that's a good point.
How many of you guys tensing up when you get to the flams?
Oh man, I'm trying not to.
Exactly what I did.
Yeah, don't.
It's just interesting thing that it really this really lets you know where your stick control is. You know how much control you have over your sticks. You know what I mean? Like if you can play them. I mean, we're talking about versus flams. You know.
I feel like it all goes into my fingers when I go into flams. I feel like it all becomes, that fine control is, it's just kind of sliding off of my hands as opposed to being more in the wrist.
Yeah.
And I guess it's that or addition of another like control factor kind of sets me back.
It's funny how for these unisons, I think doing it on a pad actually is to our advantage because, You know that feeling when like you hit a perfect unison on a snare drum head and your sticks like, pop back up at you,
Yeah.
and the pad prevents that from happening.
Yeah, I think if you do this on your on a drum kit, you got to do it on two different surfaces. Like on your floor tom and your snare or something. Like if you do it on your snare, it just messes. It's like I always say it's like a trampoline. Like when you jump at the same time and it like takes one guy's jump away and then the other guy bounces super high.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So is everybody tapped out at this tempo? Or do you want to go a little bit faster?
Faster.
We're at 95 right now. Let's try 105. All right, this is going to be difficult. Let's see.
No, relax.
That'd be a cool Tony Williams fill. Adding a kick at the end of that. Making like 16th notes. Wait, let me see here. Wait a minute. Now I'm on to something here. Or adding 2. I love that. All right, anyways, moving on. Sorry.
Stuart.
Sidetracking. All right, 105. In unison with repeats. 1, 2, ready, go. Oh man, yeah.
I was back at unisons by the end. I just I couldn't get the flams to happen without losing time.
Yeah, that's hard, man.
Towards
If we're doing them on the same.
Towards the end of it, I noticed my sticks, like my whole lower arm moving forward and backward across the pad.
Oh.
Just, it kind of like, you know how you move your foot on the kick pedal?
Oh, yeah.
Had that thing where it was like a pendulum.
Man, this is such an interesting exercise because technically we're going the same speed with both hands, but it gets harder. And so, yeah, some people get louder, some people get more tense, and it just really points out that like the more tense your mind is thinking about something you haven't done, the more that kind of results in this physical volume and body tension from it. This is a cool exercise.
It's cool, like the way the tension is like affecting different people, in different ways, affecting everyone differently.
Tennis elbow act up. On the left hand.
So are you guys alternating? Like if once we get down to these 2 16th notes, 8th note, are you guys going like I'm doing them one-sided, like the sticking. So I'm doing like all right-handed flams on this measure, then all left-handed flams, like and left.
I'm doing what you're doing.
Okay, good. Yeah. That's right. That's what I was thinking on this. So this the way that we're doing it isn't from Zildjian, but this exercise is from Zildjian. This is a John Bates marching warm-up. So we always use double beat, but double beat's like a really common warm-up. Really cool though, man, that like I love the idea of this unison thing. I want to go back to what I've been sharing with a lot of my guys this week is similar thing, we talked about this on Monday, but doing eighth notes, we can set a metronome if you want. Eighth notes with your right hand, and then quarter notes with your left hand, but doing those in unison at first, and kind of trying to be the same volume. But then, so going measure to measure, so like a measure or two of unison, then a measure or two of right-handed flams, but still keeping that pattern going. So your left hand has to go before, then going back to unison, then going left-handed flams, then back to unison, and then right-handed flams, then unison, left-handed flams, unison, right-handed flams, unison, left-handed flams. Okay, and then switching that up to your left hand doing the eighth notes and your right hand doing the quarter notes in unison. And then let's see, left-handed flam, then unison, right-handed flam, unison, man, different story when I'm doing the eighth notes on my left hand. Oh my gosh. I should probably do this to a metronome. Okay, so anyways, and then we were talking about last week doing that, that maybe you can do that same exercise, but then do that between your right hand, right foot. So, and then it's hard to tell on the practice pad on my actual kick, but then start flamming that one way, flam it the other way, you know, then left hand, right foot, then right hand, left foot, you know, and for jazz guys, I think that's a good exercise to like actually flam between your left foot and your right hand, and to do that. We were talking about that, like you know, those kind of cool little intricacies that you hear in like some of the, especially modern day jazz drummers. Very cool stuff. I have to, so I'm not like actually gearing up and like putting the metronome on and then doing that stuff because I'm like actually working on it. So I can't like lead it, but doing it, that's a great, especially like, man, for like a pad type of thing, like if you're just on a kick pad or something and you can work those different angles doing the diagonal, you know, Adam was talking about the box, you know, your right hand, left hand, right foot, left foot, doing the right side, the left side, the top side, the bottom side, you know, and doing the same exercise with all four limbs will work wonders for all of us.
That Marco Miniman post in the chat was great. Who posted that?
Yeah, that was, yeah, Jeffrey. That was exactly,
man,
that's exactly what we're talking about.
That was money. Yeah, that was great.
I downloaded that and I was working on some of it, and I should send it to you guys. I found a video of him explaining it, but it's very old and grainy and like really bad quality video, but he talks about all of it. It's cool.
Oh, I kept trying to find the video because I saw it a long time ago. Yeah. I think they took the video down because it was bad quality, but the worksheet is great.
Yeah, I only got through like the first couple yesterday, and I was like, it seemed like I wasn't really like the first couple. I was like, oh, okay, cool, I get it. And then the more you work down, I'm like, okay, wait, I'm not getting it. I'm not really understanding. But I was also looking at it on my phone, so I was just like, it's hard to see. But I have to revisit that. I want to look into that. But that's exactly what we're talking about, right? It's like it's using different patterns and melodies, and then switching them up like diagonally, or you know, it's amazing concept, great concept.
Yeah, you can take one thing and spend the rest of your life on it. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
It kind of reminded me of the New Breed book. You guys work out of New Breed at all?
I haven't seen that.
Is it
Oh,
kind
New
of the
Breed
same?
by
Is it-
Gary Chester?
Yeah. Is that the same? Like that? Is that Jeffrey? Is that kind of the same as that?
I have it, but I haven't really got into it. But it's kind of like that, yeah.
Okay.
I was saying the same thing to Adam the other day, that a lot of this reminded me of New Breed. But the difference is, I think, like Adam, you were saying, New Breed isn't as unison focused. It's more like you have an ostinato of 3 limbs, and then you're reading a separate line with a 4th limb, but that all shuts down, and you're supposed to sing each part as well, which is like a 5th element of.
Oh my gosh!
Which kind of reminded me, of Brian, when you talk about breathing. That reminded me of the New Breed too, because he talks about like counting the vocal, right?
Yeah.
I just saw something like that where what's his name? So he was playing like the standard like Spang-a-lang rhythm.
Yeah.
And then I think he was doing quarter notes with his feet too. And then he was playing like some page of like the syncopation book with his left. Yeah. But then he was singing Olio while he was doing all that. So it was like 5 elements.
Oh, he was singing Olio?
Yeah. He was singing the melody of that while he was playing the page and then keeping this consistent.
Is it Quincy?
Huh?
Quincy?
No, it was a drummer. It was I can't remember. It
sounds like something Dan Weiss would do.
Yeah, it was. So he said that. He said it was. He took it from Dan Weiss. He's like, this is a concept or something from Dan Weiss.
Because Ralph Peterson does that.
Yeah,
he'll play Spang-a-lang and then sing a melody. Most jazz, straight ahead jazz drummers do that.
Well, I like that idea because that helps you play the music and comp around what the melody of the song is. So I always like, if my students are into like learning jazz, that's the first thing I'm like, okay, if you can't sing this song, then you shouldn't be playing this song, because now you're just comping all over everybody else. But
so you can take that and apply it to all music though.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
Helps with rushing and dragging also.
Like in the solo section of like if you're, singing the melody, or in your head at least, will help you play music, instead of just
playing drum stuff,
chopping all over everybody else.
Yeah, but that's old school, man. Everybody wants to chop it up.
I love that stuff, man. I've always been intimidated by that, those kind of concepts, or these things that we're talking about, 4-limb coordination and all that stuff, and playing different melodies. But it's something very interesting to dive into, and once you get over that hump of being intimidated by it, it's like, man.
But most of the guys that chop it up don't have a concept. See, that word concept screws with a lot of people.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not really. Those guys aren't those. That's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Later, Liam. Have fun today. I was trying to think. Forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, the top guys. I went to another shed on Thursday last week, and it was cool. But I was like, yeah, we were talking about it on Monday. I got way in my head, and it's just a different thing. It's a different thing. I was saying that these guys are like, these guys like join a boxing gym, and then they're like, okay, we're going to prepare you to be a champion fighter. And they're like, no, I just want to spar. I just want to be like the best sparrer ever,
Yeah, it's a different mentality altogether.
Hey, I think Adam Nat went to Texas State too, right? Didn't you?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
North Texas?
North Texas. Okay.
No, I knew about North Texas. I was up there all the time.
Never mind.
Oh, are you from Texas, or why were you there? Yeah. Oh, cool.
No, I'm from Texas.
Oh, cool. What part?
Fort Worth, Dallas area.
Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I was there 95 through 2000. Yeah.
I had just moved here in 94 out of California. I'm in LA.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, no, I knew about North Texas because my father was a band director and we were always up there. You know, so yeah, those cats that could play. The 1 o'clock lab band was ridiculous. It was just stupid. No,
Yeah.
seriously. The 1 o'clock lab band could make some at that back in mid to late 70s, early 80s. The 1 o'clock lab band could make professionals drop their jaw because those guys were playing.
Yeah, they won Grammys. Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't messing around.
Every drummer, every musician I've ever seen come out of North Texas, that school is like some of the best musicians in the world. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, Keith Carlock fucked me up, man, when I saw him play. They're 20 years old, and holy shit. Yeah, he and Ari Honig were the dudes.
There still are. Keith Carlock is incredible, man. He's definitely, he's got to go.
Yeah, he's all right.
The most amazing technique ever. This whole motion that he has is just so bizarre and so cool to me.
Yeah, it's a Gruber thing.
Yeah. Really.
Yeah, fulcrum between these three. So like the fulcrum's thumb, first finger, and then pinky. And that's the Yeah, he's great. He's great, man.
Speaking of Ari, I'm gonna go he's doing a show tonight that I'm gonna go check out, like an outdoor show.
Oh really?
Yeah, out here in Queens. So that's gonna be pretty cool.
Man, I wish I was out there.
It's a cool venue. The funny thing is, before the pandemic, he played there like every once in a while, once a month, and it'll just be like maybe 2 or 3 people in the audience. So it was always cool.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, when I saw him last time I was in New York, I went to his residency at Smalls, and it was like I had to show up there like early in the day and buy my ticket because it was like sold out in 2 seconds. And then
that one gets packed a lot. The Monday ones, but for some reason people don't want to travel to Queens, so that's why.
I think that it's that the Ari Honig show too, like that Smalls is like what you want. Like you want to see Ari Honig do his thing. You want to see him play melodies on the toms and like all that stuff. And it's like that's what you get when you go. It's you guys know what Smalls is. It's a little small room and it's like solos and all this crazy intense like progressive, bebop stuff, and it's killer, man. So great.
I'm trying to look it up to see if I can go tonight. Is it public? I mean, it must be public.
Yeah, it's in New York, so I don't know if are you trying to come down to New York?
Yeah, it's only like 2 hours. I can just.
Gosh, it's open to public. They're gonna live stream it also.
That's easier, but less fun.
I'll pop in the what is it? The Facebook page where they live stream it from in the chat right now.
Cool.
Just drive to New York and then stream it from the parking lot.
Yeah. You guys going to like different states is like me going like, yeah, it's in LA. It's only like 2 hours, or an hour and a half, depending on traffic.
In Europe, that's how it is for countries, man. Oh yeah, it's over in France. So just gotta go and take a 2-hour train and I'll be there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I miss that, man. I'm like so happy to see that stuff like that is popping off and people are able to get out and go do stuff like that,
Yeah, I don't think I went to the city at all last year, so I'm like, I'm due.
Yeah, it's crazy for me to think I haven't been to LA in over a year.
You don't want to go.
Oh, I don't. I never want to go to LA, but like
I just went last weekend.
Yeah.
It's a mess.
Oh
man.
Dude,
it's a mess. Traffic is even worse.
Oh wow. Sorry to all you guys from LA, but
like such a typical San Diegoan right now.
I know. I don't. Dude, I used to claim I lived in the Inland Empire, and I would always just tell people, especially like traveling or whatever, that I'm from LA. I'm from Los Angeles, and now it's like once I moved to San Diego, I'm like, I hate LA. If I could stay out of LA, I hate it. It's like, yeah, I shouldn't be like that.
If your reason to be here is as good as the traffic is bad, then it works out.
Yeah.
True that.
But everybody's trying to get out of LA and Orange County and come down here to San Diego. I had to be on Google Maps Sunday afternoon for something, and literally, other than like the downtown LA area, the most busy traffic in all of Southern California was the I-5 north from Del Mar to Oceanside, which is where all the beach communities are.
Oh yeah.
And it was just for the last several weeks, if you go on a Sunday afternoon, like you just can't go north on the 5. It's just straight deadlock.
Oh God. I don't miss that at all. I always tell people whenever I go to LA, I feel like anywhere you go, I feel like I'm on an audition. Like anywhere you go, like you go to get coffee and people are sizing you up. You do, what kind of jeans are you wearing?
You're on display.
What kind of jeans are you wearing?
Why are you assuming we're wearing pants?
Yeah, exactly.
Those Bugle Boys.
Oshkosh bagosh.
I got Jinkos.
He's wearing Dickies.
Oh man. All right, guys. So as usual, awesome sauce. This was ending a little earlier today, which is good. I know we all got things to do, but cool warm-ups, cool stuff. I love the input everybody's given. It's I would have never thought to have play the double beat in unison and then flam if we hadn't have that conversation on Monday. So really, really cool. I love everyone's input and all that stuff. I think Monday we did Nat's warm-up with an ostinato. That's Nat. So he's the one that came up with that concept. So that's what I'm saying. Like all you guys are giving input, and it's really great. So I appreciate it, and everyone streaming with us, appreciate you guys too. You're welcome to join anytime you want. And so yeah, I hope you guys all have a great hump day, and we'll be back on Friday to do this again. And keep blowing up the chat if you guys have anything you want to share. I'm happy to put it in my desktop folder and try to work through it on Friday or any of the other days. So, all right, guys, have a great day and a great rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on Friday.
I shall see you Friday.